Hi, I'm Abby Brown, and today we're working with text in Photoshop. So you're looking at a screen right now of, a screenshot of my computer working in Photoshop. I have Photoshop opened, I've created a new file. The file that I've created, I've specified the size and the resolution so that it's 612 pixels across by 792 pixels up and down, and it's 72 pixels per inch, or PPI. This gives me a printable area of 8.5 by 11 when I use a paper printer. So the first thing I'm going to do to add some text here is I'm going to choose the text tool from my list of tools here. And I identify the text tool because it is a capital letter T. And so I choose that. I bring over the cursor now to my work area, and in the work area now I see an I-bar cursor. Wherever I click the cursor, that's where the text is going to start when I start to type. So here it is. This is some text, and this is in Skia 36 point. That's fine, but I would like it to be in something else. So I go up in the upper area here, just under the Photoshop main pull-down menus. When I've selected the text tool, I get a list of text options. So now I'm going to choose, instead of Skia, I'm going to choose something uh, something fun. So this is Playbill, but now it's fun but small. So let's make it fun and big. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. There we go. Now I would like this more centered on the page than it is at the moment. And that's not too difficult to do, actually. I'm going to go up again to my menu of tools here. I'm going to choose the Move tool, which is the very top one. Now, something to recognize here is that the text is on a separate layer. When I choose the T tool, it creates a new layer. And if we look over here on the right, on my list of layers, we can see that there's a background layer and this new text layer, and on this text layer is my text. I can move the text around without disturbing the background, as long as I'm using the Move tool. So let's say that I would like my text to appear here. I move it to here, and that's where it stays. Once I'm ready to print this or to work with this in a different file format, I can flatten the layers by going up here. I know this is very hard to see. It's hard to see even with me live, but there's a little selection area here in this layers palette, and it gives me a choice of new layer, duplicate layer, delete layer, etc. One of the choices is merge down. Another choice is flatten image. If I choose merge down, then the layers become one layer, or the top layer becomes one with the next layer down from it. If I choose flatten image, all of the layers blend into a single layer. There's no real reason to merge down for these things unless you want to lock pieces together, because you can save as when you're ready to save your JPEG, even with a number of layers in existence. So this is how you basically work with text. I'll show you one other little advanced feature that may be of interest to you. When I want to work with text again, I click the T tool for text, and I want to work with this particular text, so I click on it as if it were a word process document. I select it, and one of the things I can change is its opacity. Over here in the layers area, right now it's set to opacity 100. I can change that on the slide bar down to, say, opacity 16, or maybe even a little darker, 32. And you see now it's not as opaque. If there was an image underneath this, parts of that image would come through this grayed out text. Well, that's the basics of working with text in Photoshop. This is Abby Brown, and this is your visual design course.